The fourth annual Tywanza Santa's Doughnut Dash is happening this Saturday in West Ashley. In this edition of Quintin's Close-Ups, I sit down with one of the organizers of the race, Michele Gray. And be sure to download the free Quintin's Close-Ups app in your Apple or Google Play stores. And listen to this interview later on iHeartRadio. Michele Gray.
Hello.
It's so good to meet you.
Nice to meet you too.
Oh, I appreciate it greatly. I understand that you are actually one of the organizers for the Tywanza Santa's Doughnut Dash coming up soon.
Yes, sir.
What is it like to be you, the organizer of this phenomenal event?
I don't want to take all the credit
Sure.
for organizing the event. There are a lot of parties involved as far as, members in the organization.
Right.
But it's not easy. It takes almost about a year to plan the entire event.
Yeah.
So my brother, Michele Gray, and along with Ryan and a couple other members, it takes a lot. We're hounding people for donations and, just along with Daniel Stern, just kind of going through the motions and getting it done. It's, like I said, it's not easy. And it takes months and months and lots of organizing and plans and ideas to kind of make each year better and better.
I understand when I was watching the interview with you with Randolph Miller, obviously for Bounce Around Charleston, you said last year was the biggest. Why last year out of all the 4 years?
I think last year we had gotten the word out more. Sometimes you just keep growing and growing and then people find out. A lot of people last year found out just by friends communicating with them.
Right.
But now I think this year is going to be our biggest year.
Obviously, I have to reset and talk to you about the location. It's going to be at South Windermere Center in West Ashley, and it begins Saturday at 9 a.m. You said 4 years. What is the biggest difference between 4 years ago and right now when you think of this event?
Social media is a little bit more. Every year, social media is more prominent. Social media has played a huge impact in our event, as well as last year was the first year we had a billboard. So we worked with a company and they were like, hey, you guys are doing something for a great cause.
Sure.
How can we help? And they discounted that for us. And last year we had a billboard and that was huge for us. And this year we got another billboard and it's even bigger and it's just like it's happening for the first time.
Tywanza Santa's Doughnut Dash. Let me go back to that interview with Randolph Miller for Channel 5. I didn't even know this, but obviously Tywanza worked at Krispy Kreme Donuts.
Yeah, back in the day, he actually used to work at Krispy Kreme, which is hilarious. And, that just proves that everything comes around full circle.
Right.
And he worked there, I'm not sure how long, but he did work there at one point. And it's just, like I said, things come full circle and it's just funny how things work out in life.
And obviously it's a run. I'm wondering this too. Did he ever run when he was alive? Was he a runner by chance, or you just? He
was very active.
Wow.
So Tywanza was one to always do something, and he always had his hand in a lot of different things. So he was pretty active. He liked to ride his skateboard and things like that. So he was active. I don't know if he ran all the time. I don't think that was his thing. But he was pretty active, and like I said, he always had his mind more so was running all the time. And different things. Like I said, he had his hand in a lot of different things.
Yeah.
So
that's amazing. Obviously, this event is being put on by the Race for Achievement Incorporation with support from the Charleston Jewish Community Center. The Run Walk is a fundraiser for both organizations to continue their missions of strengthening the community and supporting diversity in the Charleston community. What is your definition of diversity in Charleston now?
My definition of diversity in Charleston, there's a lot of different communities, and what we want to do is bring them together. So by involving everybody from every background and, whatever you believe in and this and that, we want to bring that together because at the end of the day, we are one big community. So being diverse, Mike, even as a part of our organization, all of us are very diverse. So we want to continue to educate the youth and make sure that they're aware of all the diversity here in Charleston. So makes us all better.
Exactly right. You talk about the youth. Obviously, a portion of the funds raised will also be donated to the Tywanza Santa Scholarship Fund, which provides college scholarships, that is, for students in Charleston County schools.
Yes.
When you think of the Tywanza Santa Scholarship Fund, where does your mind go to besides the obvious?
It goes back to Tywanza. We're doing everything that we're doing with our organization because of him, and continuing his legacy. And by continuing his legacy, this is where we start. The youth is the future of, tomorrow. So we want that to be and play a huge part in representing Tywanza and continuing his legacy.
What was his legacy for the people who don't know him or knew him at the time?
So where do I start? For me personally, and I'll go to like who Tywanza meant,
Right.
like who he was. He was a really good friend. He was like a brother to me. He was a caring individual. Like I said, his mind was always racing. He was very creative. So through our organization, we want to continue that. And we want to spread the word, and we want everybody to know his name. And not necessarily, we understand the tragedy and how the world knew his name, but we want the world to understand everything that he was supposed to do on earth.
I know you can't go back to time, but what was he expecting to do in life, in your mind?
Everything. And it's funny, we sit down and, have conversations with his mom and his family.
Right.
And just think back on conversations that I've had with him. And he wanted to do everything. And it's crazy how now it's our job as his friends and family to continue that.
Yeah. I am a runner, but obviously I can't come out to the event on Saturday because I'm working my second job. But if somebody wanted to register for this event, how do they do it?
They can do it on our Facebook page, Race for Achievement, the number 4, or you can go to our website, racefораchievement.org.
That is so amazing. And hopefully it will be a lot of people out there this Saturday.
Yes, there will be a lot of people out there this Saturday. Yes, sir.
I like your confidence. Well, Michele Gray, thank you so much for your time. I really, really appreciate this.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, you're welcome. Yeah, anytime.